Hey, coming up right now, life expectancy in the United States has hit the lowest level since 1996. But which sex has experienced the biggest decline, men or women?
Also coming up, as the controversial WeWork company files for bankruptcy, its founder continues to live a lavish lifestyle. We'll tell you about his latest multi-million-dollar purchase.
And later, an influencer buys her very first home. But the internet trolls quickly turn her happiness upside down. See how she used that backlash for her benefit.
Daily Flash starts right now.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everyone. I'm Andrea Jackson.
Hi, I'm Mitch English, welcoming you to our Tuesday edition of Daily Flash. So happy to have you here. We are joined, of course, with our buddy Matt Doolittle. Matt, how are you? Any advice you want to give out today?
Don't pet otters. Somebody just got bit 40 times by an otter.
How many?
40. Got bit
that's
40 times. So just stay clear of otters. Just some advice for you guys out there.
Remember Otter Pops? Remember those things?
Yeah, they still make those, don't they?
Yeah, I hope they do.
Yeah.
They need them for the summertime.
So when you go to the grocery store, do you wipe down your cart before you...
100%. That's something I absolutely do. Even if the baskets, most of the time I'll grab one off the little thing and wipe it down.
Well,
and I go up and down the side. I don't just do the handles. I go up.
You do the whole thing?
Yeah, because you pull the cart like this most of the time.
That's a good point. So this Maryland doctor is getting a lot of attention on social media because he's saying that your grocery store cart is dirtier than a toilet seat.
I believe it.
They did a study, University of Arizona did a study, and they said that they found most shopping carts, 75% had fecal bacteria.
Doo-doo.
Wait,
why are you wiping doo-doo on the cart?
Are you doo-dooing and then just going to the grocery store?
Well, it depends on what aisle you're going down on.
Or if it's
I believe that, though. And, one thing I never even realized is women's purses, how, you should never put your purse on a counter or a kitchen counter or anything like that, because you think about how many places you set it down on.
Yeah, well, and you shouldn't set your bag on the floor. It's bad luck, for one.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Also, it's dirty, so you never want to put your handbag on the floor.
Make sure you do that.
Yeah.
And to that, take the cart back out in the parking lot.
Yes.
Huge pet peeve.
I'll let moms that have little kids, because I don't think I'd leave my kid 3 seconds in the cart, but I would try to park closer to a cart return thing. So just keep that.
Or if you're recovering from some sort of injury, I'll give you that
too,
one.
yeah.
But if you're parked next to the cart return and you bank it up on a median, I tell you what.
That aggravates me so
me
much.
too.
Let's talk about making it boils our skin and we lose days of our life, right? Well, it looks like life expectancy in the United States at least, has hit the lowest level since 1996. This is all according to the CDC. The average American born in 2021 can expect to live about 76 years. Now, in comparison, the average child born in 2014 was expected to live for 78 years. This is actually the second year in a row that life expectancy in the United States has fallen. Life tables are figured based on population numbers and about how many people will die each year. Good morning, everybody. According to the latest report, men saw the biggest decline in life expectancy, losing an additional 8 months of their lifespan between 2020 and 2021.
I mean, come on, we do some of the dumbest stuff, so it's natural.
Why did we show Barbara Streisand? Did you?
Well, we've got a story coming up about Barbara Streisand, but I think she's probably taken several years off of some men's lives.
If you heard her interview, yeah.
You really want to get down to it. They listed a number of factors. Obviously, diet is one, obesity, and especially here in the U.S., that life expectancy here in the U.S. is shorter than it is for European men or foreign men because obviously they live, I would think, a somewhat healthier life, or at least their food, according to a lot of experts, is a lot healthier.
They say Asian.
Many toxins. Yeah, exactly.
And you look Asian. I mean, their menu is, or basically their diet rather, is very concise, which generally
high in fish, high in healthy foods, vegetables, that kind of thing. Well, more controversy surrounding the failed WeWork empire as the company files for bankruptcy. Its founder continues to live the lavish lifestyle in Miami with a brand new multi-million-dollar home. 44-year-old Adam Newman launched WeWork as a new way to rent workspace in the U.S., but the mismanagement of funds funds led to the ousting of Adam and his wife Rebecca, a relative of Gwyneth Paltrow. They're cousins.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Not. Adam still has an estimated fortune of nearly $2 billion, even after the WeWork failure. His life was even made into an Apple TV series called We Crashed, starring Jared Leto and Anne Hathaway. For the past few years, Newman has been trying to resurface with a new startup called Flow. He's using the same tactics of WeWork, but instead of commercial space, he's trying to create residential communities where people share passions and living environments.
And the idea is great, but he just scams, watch that thing and teach it. And the concept for WeWork was great if you thought about it, but it just was mismanaged.
But talk about a salesman. Everybody talks about what an incredible salesman this guy was. And a lot of people referred to him as a grifter. Like, he took advantage of so many different situations, spent money he didn't have, took investors for a giant ride. Even though he knew the company, according to some reports, was going bankrupt, he still continued to spend millions and millions of dollars.
And it's that whole, I would imagine a little bit being part of the Hollywood is just, it's all, you got to look successful, successful, grow, and thinking, well, success will breed success. And there's part of that you appreciate, but on the same token, knowing that people were losing money and we get screwed out of it.
Big time. Well, a 21-year-old influencer who paid all cash for her first home was blasted for posting about her success on social media. Katie Lee Bailey posted a video about her home after she bought her first house mortgage-free. It showed her clapping and jumping with a fake champagne bottle of blasted confetti. It included a caption, quote, "Biggest achievement of my life. Here's to the next chapter." Soon after, as you can imagine, trolls started leaving comments about her bragging and showing off. She said it got so nasty she actually felt guilty for sharing such a big accomplishment in her life. Others accused the influencer of not having a real job. Really? Bailey left college when her classes started going remote and found ways to profit from her social media account. She started making real money once her fan base grew and bigger brands started coming her way. Here's my thing. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. If you depend on all that positive feedback from social media, you got to depend on all the negative stuff too.
Well, I appreciate it, Sam, because that's the case, and you got to have a thick skin, number one. And congratulations to her. She figured out a way to make money. We can't fault her on that at all. I think, though, it might show you, give a little false hope for people thinking, well, I can just make money on social media. I'll just, I can make it. And it's very difficult to do that. And very few people make it. It's just like making it in Hollywood. Let's think of that as well. Speaking of Hollywood, Barbra Streisand. She is looking back on her 6-decade career in the entertainment history. She admits, despite all her success, she hasn't really had all that much fun. With the release of her new memoir that Matt Doolittle already owns called My Name is Barbara, the 81-year-old award winner says that she finally is ready to make up for lost time. And her nearly 1,000-page tell-all, The Way We Were singer, claims that she was a very private person who doesn't enjoy the spotlight. She also says that fame wasn't something that she wanted, but her love of performing was what actually drove her. And when asked why she wanted to release the book, the legendary diva said it was another way to have control over her life and her story, and finally, a moment to quit hearing about AMCO.
James Brolin. Yeah.
Are
they still together?
Yeah, I think so. There's a guy that hasn't aged either.
I listened to her interview on Howard about everything, and I got to tell you what, somebody who talks about their house being Art Deco and the cars in the garage had to match the house, but then going, I found a house across the way in Malibu that was a divine intervention of another house I didn't have to... Shut up. Shut up. You're bored? Shut up.
I think what happens, and when you become successful and you make a lot of money, you forget, that you become so disconnected from other people. I mean...
She talks about her love affair with Marlon Brando. That's boring?
Well, I'm sure there's plenty of it. She also comes out about Mandy Patinkin. And he knows exactly what he did. Saying that on the set of Yentl, that he made a pass for it, and he was married at the time, and she comes out and says, and he was like, I thought we were going to get really close, and she's like, no. And this is their first movie she directed and everything, and they don't have any kind of relationship afterwards because he got a little jealous that she went the other way.
She blamed the female reporters for putting her, for throwing her under the bus about like how much of a diva she was and everything. She's like, I wasn't a diva, they were just jealous.
I have to say, I love the cover photo of her book. I think she looks stunning. It's beautiful.
White, yeah.
But I do take issue with the celebrities who say, you know, I hate all the attention, but I just wanted to be in the spotlight. Well, I'm sorry, but what comes with the spotlight is a lot of attention, good or bad.
And that goes back to what you just said about
dress to the Oscars.
Yeah.
She did what again?
A see-through dress to the Oscars.
Again, if you got it, flaunt it. I have no problem with that.
She doesn't want attention, but you can see it all.
Everybody was looking for that extra A they lost in her name, and so she wanted to show that she does have it, right? That's the only thing I can conclude, right? All right.
And she has terrible stage fright, too. She admits, like, she hates performing live in front of a crowd.
That I do not understand.
Yeah.
Because you're either one way or the other. You're either like one-on-one or like being in front of everybody. At least I found. But if she's overcome it, and I know that she has millions of fans.
Yeah, huge.
Men and women
Huge
together,
fan
so we
base.
can say what we want.
Yep.
More flash and more fun, and we will wait for you to come back to us. We're going to flip things around. How about that? Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. All right, quick question for you. What does Taylor Swift and Rick Ross actually have in common outside of music? Anybody? I'll give you a little hint. The connection actually costs about $60,000 a year. The answer? College. Yeah, here to break down what's going on is Insider's Katherine Tangalakis-Lippert to explain a little bit more about this connection here. And we're talking about colleges. Why are these colleges actually offering Taylor Swift-based courses?
Well, I mean, Taylor Swift does a little bit of everything. Her influence is, undeniable. Lately, there's been a trend in college courses, in particular law schools, taking a look at her entrepreneurship, her legal battles, sometimes those contractual issues that she's been negotiating regarding her master's. Rick Ross as well, his legal life has been fairly fascinating. So both of these, stars, these icons are really drawing students in to learn complex legal and business theories about things that are really, pop culture driven stories that help them really connect.
And do colleges normally kind of set a course up on case studies like this, maybe that might not have bigger names like Rick Ross or Taylor Swift? They do stuff
Definitely.
Like that? Yeah.
Definitely. Using celebrities to kind of illustrate these complex contexts and topics is not unusual. We saw this, back the University of Baltimore offered some criminal justice courses based on the show The Wire, back when that was very popular. We've also seen it with shows like Succession, Beyonce.
Yeah.
But really, I mean, Taylor Swift's legacy, as we've seen, her star power has just continued to rise. And she's been really a focus for schools lately.
That's no kidding on that. What about the students? What are they saying about these courses? Are they liking them? Are they getting anything out of them?
They love them. So many students have been saying that, they're more engaged, they're more apt to feel connected to the content that they're studying, and they're really kind of taking more engagement from, again, some of these topics that might not feel, super easily accessible, contract law, tort law, these things. But by putting some of the drama, the pop culture drama and context into there, it really does help students feel like they're connecting with the topic.
And what about the professors? Do you think that the administrators are actually kind of forcing them to offer these classes to attract new students?
I don't think forced is the right word at all. There's a professor out of the University of South Dakota who's offering this Taylor Swift law class, who himself, he went to a Taylor Swift concert and saw the positive energy there, loved it, and decided that he's the one he wanted to draw on her legacy and try to engage students, thinking that that was just somebody that he connected with as well. And turns out he was right. He had a massive wait list. Old alumni were reaching out trying to get a slot in the course, and so he had a good impulse there after going to the show.
You might not have the answer to this, but at least maybe your thoughts on it. What do you think that people like Taylor Swift and Rick Ross think about it? Do they feel like maybe they're scrutinized, or do they kind of feel like putting on a pedestal?
I mean, I imagine it's probably a bit of both. Of course, I can't read either of their minds,
Sure.
But I think the idea of having, an entire college course, more specifically even a law course, would be, equal parts flattering and a little unnerving, a little bit of scrutiny. But I think at that level, you're probably a little bit used to it. You're prepared for that kind of look deep into your life.
I think you're absolutely right. Katherine, if you had to do a college course on somebody, who would it be?
Oh gosh. I mean, I would take a Taylor Swift course in a heartbeat, but there was also an English course that I read about while I was researching this article that took a look at Beyonce's Lemonade album,
Okay.
and I would be absolutely interested in analyzing some of the metaphor and things there.
Katherine, thank you so much for joining us. You want to find more about this story and this interview, just head to our website, dailyflashshow.com.
Are you looking for the best bargain when it comes to the most wanted gifts this holiday season? Black Friday and Cyber Monday offer some of the best and biggest discounts we've seen all year. Here is our tech guru, Jennifer Jolly, with the scoop.
Thanks so much for having me. Why don't we just dive right in with this Hydro Wave rower? This is the company's newest, lightest, arguably coolest rowing machine to date. It is really the closest thing you can get to being on real water without ever leaving your house. Gives you a full body workout that's high energy and low impact strength plus cardio, all in about 20 minutes. Tons of great online classes led by expert athletes and Olympians from waterways around the world. And at $1,445 this holiday season only, it's the lowest price ever. Okay, here's another one of my top picks for all of 2023, making quite a splash. The Aper Seagull Pro, an incredibly teched out cordless robot pool cleaner, totally hassle-free, comes with the world's first ever quad motor system, so powerful it climbs up walls and zooms across pools to suck up dirt, leaves, hair, and, well, any other gross stuff you need it to clean. You recharge it just like you do your smartphone, and it is $300 off when you use the code Jennifer310 before the end of November at aper.com. All right, two great VTech gadgets here to tell you about. First, VTech V-Hush Pro Sleep Training Soother. This one helps kids drift off with a colorful touch nightlight, a glow-in-the-ceiling projector, and a powerful Bluetooth speaker that plays hundreds of pre-programmed stories, classical music, lullabies, all the things. And then for kids a little older, ages 3 to 6, check out VTech's Storytime with Sunny, the absolute most adorable storytelling, song singing, stuff teaching little nightlight I have ever seen. Loaded with personality, engages kids in more than 300 activities, and helps them learn all about really healthy nighttime routines, something we all need a little more of. We also all want and need to stretch our holiday budget more this year. So take a look at the cashback deals in the PayPal app. So easy to layer the savings here. You just hit save. They automatically get applied when you check out. Between the cashback rewards and PayPal's Honey browser extension, well, you likely have no idea how much money you've been leaving on the table. PayPal's put more than $200 million back in people's pockets this year alone. More than enough to get all the best gadgets around. Head to my website, techish.com, for more. Back to you.
Double J had to do a little working out for that one.
She did. She looked terrific.
A little bit later on, we're going to be talking with Matt. He's going to be talking about, the holidays. Sometimes you want to give a pet as a gift. Is it a good idea, a bad idea? And what all goes into it. He's got some answers. We'll also do a little screen chatter coming up.
Sounds good.
All that and more right here on Daily Flash. Don't go anywhere. Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. It's time for us to check in with Tony Toscano to find out what's coming out of Hollywood and straight to your screen, no matter what size you're going to watch it on. With the latest, here's Tony!
Thanks, Mitch. Streaming on most video-on-demand platforms is the family drama Scrap. It stars Vivian Kerr and Anthony Rapp.
Beth, I need to talk to you. What is going on? I'm really worried about you.
After getting laid off, a young single mom finds herself living in her car and struggles to hide her homelessness from her estranged brother. I chatted with actress Vivian Kerr, who also wrote and directed the film.
I hope it becomes one of these little gems that, tell these sibling relationship stories. I hope people can see their own sibling relationship in Ben and Beth, and I hope people can also have a little empathy for sort of like their own maybe time periods in their life when they feel they are failing and kind of screwing things up. Have a little more kindness for themselves. We're so hard on ourselves. I think part of Beth's struggle, and also maybe Ben's struggle arguably, is they're just so self-critical. They're so hard on themselves about what they think they should have achieved versus where they're actually at in their lives. And yeah, maybe in general, I just hope people are like a little kinder to themselves.
Scrap is an emotionally charged exploration into complex family relationships. The film is deep, well acted, and thought-provoking, balanced with humor and heartfelt touching moments, making Scrap a must-see film. Again, Scrap is streaming on most video-on-demand platforms and gets an A. It's not rated. Also streaming on VOD is the crime drama Death on the Border.
Get out of the truck, Widow. If you fight me, I'm gonna shoot one of these little girls. I can always get some more. Comprende?
Some of these girls have been sold by their own parents.
To have a way we could at least make some difference. We're gonna have to kill ourselves.
In the film, two women vie to escape their abusive relationship from a dirty cop who is determined to move sex-trafficked girls over the Mexican border. The film stars Shannon Elizabeth and Wendy Wilkins, who wrote and directed the film.
I wanted it to be like, you know, verging into a tunnel where, or funnel where, you know, there was really no way out for anyone. And, but I also wanted there to be some hopeful parts. But, and there are a couple of areas in the movie where you can breathe, you know, so, but mostly I wanted it to be, you know, moving forward. I'm a fan of edit.
Death on the Border is an action-packed revenge film that falls into the trap of trying too hard to be topical. The film offers up solid acting, good camera work, and some nice surprises, but nevertheless, the script is a bit confusing. Again, Death on the Border is streaming on most VOD platforms and gets a C. It's not rated. For the Daily Flash, I'm film critic Tony Toscano.
Thanks, Tony. Well, welcome to Furry Friends this week, and we all know it, Mitch, don't kill me. It is the season for a lot of things, shopping, cooking, and decorating, but adopting a pet often ends up on that list. But it might not be the best time of year to surprise Grandma with a new furry bundle of joy. Yeah. Every year, part of the gift-giving season involves adding a new family member to the family, but the holidays really aren't the right time, according to the American Humane. Think about it. This is a new pet who's new to your life as well as it's coming into your home at a time of year when there's a ton of increased activity, extra people, decorations, and not to mention a lot of travel. You're gonna be packing them up, moving them this way and that way. So once your new furry friend gets settled, it's time to head to Grandma's house, or you already have an end of the year trip ready to go. You're leaving them at home alone or having to put them up right back into a boarding situation. So what they say is really think about wrapping up an adoption kit filled with toys, a bed, a leash, a collar, food treats, and a gift certificate for adoption fees at your local shelter. Then head down there after the craziness of the season is over and adopt your new best friend. And it's always best to adopt, if you can, from a local shelter. And remember, don't forget those elderly dogs and cats. They want to spend their last days on your fluffy couch, not on the floor of a kennel.
And not only that, they're not as rambunctious. If you're going to give them for like an older relative or friend or whatever, that they're not as rambunctious. They usually are taken, they you know, you don't have to take them for longer walks, and they don't need to have that energy expelled like younger cats and dogs do. Well,
I know you're a new cat dad, and we've had our Kiki for the last year. But when we got him, we were running around like this, and it really took him till after the first of the year for him to finally settle down, figure out where he is, and do all those types of things. So I really stress people, and some kennels will not allow you to adopt anything after like shelters December 10th, the shelters, anything like that. They won't let you have.
Same goes around like Halloween, they don't adopt
Easter,
cats,
they won't let you have bunnies, all that.
And speaking of which, I don't think anybody paid attention when you had that cute little cat playing with the ornament the whole time. Oh, yeah. Everybody was watching TV. We got more Flash and more fun coming up right after this.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everybody. I am Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, your source for trending news and entertainment.
So glad to have you along for the ride here today. When you want to send something across the country, do you still use the postal service?
Yeah.
I have found that even if I have a letter or a small package, I'll go to the UPS store.
Okay.
Only because I go there for my Amazon returns, and it's familiarity.
Yes,
Anyway,
yes.
well, apparently the USPS back in 2021, they put together a 10-year plan saying we've got to start making money, and they said, listen, we're expected by the year 2023 to break even. All right, and then the year 2024 we'll start making profit. This is part of their master plan. And the reports came out, they have lost $6.5 billion, with a B, $1 billion. They said that 2.6 of that was because of inflation. All right, I'll give you some of that, but I don't know why they didn't put that into the equation of everything.
Was COVID part of it too?
I think, well, you would think that it would have gone up because of people mailing stuff out and seeing it. And then also like Amazon, sometimes they use the postal service. They said that another big reason was because of first-class mail is the lowest point it's ever had since 1968. People aren't just mailing letters anymore.
Well, you think about it, it costs you, what is it, 50 cents, about 50 cents?
It's going to go up to 68 cents in January.
Okay.
So around that
So think about it, like you can send a letter from California to Florida for, let's just say 50 cents, right? Where is the profit in that? There is none. The gas alone.
And we complain about it too. We think about
right?
that too.
Exactly.
So Postal Service, they're going to need to make money. I still don't know why they need to advertise. Maybe because, I see commercials on there. Why they're
They have a booth at CES. In
they
Vegas,
had a booth
the big technology show, they have a booth.
The U.S. Postal
Service, yes.
Had a booth at CES.
And
Which isn't cheap.
And a huge booth. It's not just like, and they were showing off their mail trucks. And I understand, because like what I just said, I would have gone to UPS.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Postal Service is always there no matter what.
So could there be maybe a misguidance of funds when it comes to investing in new technology for postal vans?
They should have jumped on the internet somehow before the internet craze went through and figured out how they could charge email for email.
There you go. Well, life expectancy in the U.S. has hit its lowest level since 1996. According to the CDC, the average American born in 2021 can expect to live about 76 years. In comparison, the average child born in 2014 was expected to live for 78 years. It is the second year in a row that life expectancy in the U.S. has fallen. Life tables are figured and based on population numbers and how many people die each year. According to the latest report, men saw the biggest decline in life expectancy, losing an additional 8 months of their lifespan between 2020 to 2021. Some of the factors on the list that influenced this were smoking, drinking, drugs, and obesity.
Speaking of COVID, I lost 2 years of my life, that's for sure, during that time, right?
Yeah, well, I think we all did.
Yeah, thinking about that. And all of it together, you think, if this kind of stuff should think as a wake-up. Like, why not make quality years? You might not live as long, and unfortunately, you learn that too late.
Yes.
Like, where I'm at the age now, I'm like, I want quality years.
That is true, and it's just U.S. men who are losing the numbers.
Yeah.
European men, Asian men, they're actually looking at very solid numbers. But again, their lifestyles are different.
Much different. More controversy surrounding the failed WeWork empire as the company files for bankruptcy. Its founder continues to live the lavish lifestyle in Miami with a new multi-million-dollar home. 44-year-old Adam Newman launched WeWork as a new way to rent workspace in the United States. That's him right there. The mismanagement of funds led to the ousting of he and his wife, Rebecca, who is a relative of Gwyneth Paltrow. They're actually cousins. Adam still has an estimated fortune of $2 billion, even after the WeWork failure. His life was even made into an Apple TV series called We Crashed. It starred Jared Leto and Anne Hathaway. And for the past few years, Newman has actually been trying to resurface with a new startup called Flow. He's using the same tactic of WeWork, but instead of commercial space, he's trying to create residential communities where people can share passions and living environments, which sounds a lot like Epcot was, right, Maddie? I mean, if you think about that.
Yep. I mean, that's how it was originally thought, is that everybody was going to live there, and that's kind of what Celebration turned into.
Yeah, and they wanted it where it's everybody works in the same community and works together.
Oh,
so the concept's
Newman.
Newman.
Life Love Shopping is a weekly 30-minute lifestyle show hosted by Andrea Jackson. It's focused on the latest trends for your health, home, and happiness. Life Love Shopping offers viewers ways to improve their life and style, wellness, and relationships. If you live it, love it, or buy it, Life Love Shopping will talk about it.
We start today's show with the happiest jobs in America. A recent study found physical therapists take the top spot when it comes to job satisfaction.
Life Love Shopping, your life and style guide from A to Z.
Hey, whether you're hosting a gathering or maybe just going to one, lifestyle expert Joanne Butler has what you need to make it a little bit easier for you. Joanne, where do we start?
Well, the key to any dinner party, especially a holiday one, is to make everything as easy as possible. So let's start with the food. I can't live without little potatoes. Everyone just loves them. What's not to love? They're absolutely delicious. But what's even better, Mitch, they're easy. They come pre-washed, they require no prep or peeling. They're the perfect holiday time saver for entertaining. Also for busy weeknights at home, you know, especially this time of year. They are available in bags like these little yellows and little trios, which are just beautiful festive colors for the holidays. They also come in these microwave-ready kits that cook in just 5 minutes, and they have some delicious flavors like savory herb and garlic parsley. And you know, whether you roast them, boil them, air fry, or microwave them, they always cook evenly. It's what's so great. And they're small enough too, so you don't have to cut them, which I love. They're just beautiful. Here we made this amazing dish with the little trios, added some melted butter, little chopped herbs, salt, pepper, popped them in the air fryer for 25 minutes, and we have this great, beautiful dish, which is also great if you're going somewhere too. So, because everyone loves potatoes. And they have a ton of great recipes on their website, including this one. Check it out at littlepotatoes.com. Now, Mitch, every good cook should know about Good Cook. They make amazing cookware. This is their Best Bake multi-meal. It's a 3-in-1 pan that lets you make 3 different things at once in one equally divided pan. So it saves you so much time. Also super easy to take stuff out. It has this textured diamond pattern surface finish that allows everything to cook evenly. Nothing sticks, you know, it's scratch resistant, non-stick coating. So you don't have to spend hours trying to get those string beans out. They pop right out. It has a carbon steel and bronze finish to resist warping, so it'll last you for years, and it's just $16 at Walmart, in store, online, which is a great deal. And then I love these. You always need these for either preparing everything in advance and freezing it, or for storing all the leftovers, or for giving, you know, making little care packages for all your guests. They're called Everywhere Lunch Bento Boxes, 5 different compartments. These are microwave, freezer, dishwasher safe. Cleanup is also a snap in these. They're just $4.99, so you can get a whole bunch. Love them, love them. Now, another thing I love all year round, but especially during the holidays, are Ferrero Rocher chocolates. They're so pretty and festive looking. They just scream celebration. These are absolutely delicious chocolates that have a thin wafer and whole roasted hazelnut in the center that just melts in your mouth. Perfection. I love to decorate with them too. They have these fantastic pyramids that make great centerpieces, and they're small and individually wrapped, so they're great as party favors or as a place setting. They make great hostess gifts, amazing stocking stuffers too. Everyone just loves these. I've always been amazed at how accessible they are as well. You can just buy them right at the supermarket, and they're premium luxury chocolates, so it's amazing. Just $1.99 to $13.69. Actually, this brand was originated in Italy in the 80s with the desire to make a luxurious praline that you could only find in chocolatier shops. So mission accomplished there. It's available to the masses. And this holiday, they've done something cool too. They've partnered with Table and Teaspoon to create a golden tablescape hosting kit with everything you need, plus a guide filled with ideas to make your gathering fun and festive. It's a free resource right in their website. Just head to ferrerorocher.com/golden hosting kit. And there you have it, Mitch.
Thank you so much, Joanne, for joining us. We'll post this full interview on our website, dailyflashshow.com. Welcome back. I'm Mitch English. Each year, more than half of adults in the United States skip their flu vaccinations. Chad Wars joins us now with more information on why getting the flu vaccine is so important, especially for older adults. Chad, first, let's talk about what is the Sanofi's The Season campaign?
Well, it's a partnership between Sanofi and ASCP, and it's a movie trailer campaign about trying to create awareness around what might be lurking out there that's dangerous.
Okay.
And influenza is certainly one of those things that's dangerous out there, and we need to be paying attention to.
And who is actually at the most at risk for really getting serious complications all due to the flu?
Well, I think we learned through the pandemic that our older adults, people over the age of 65, particularly those that have some vulnerable comorbid conditions, are the most vulnerable to getting the flu.
Do you feel that people are kind of coinciding? They're like, well, look, I don't need the COVID vaccine anymore, so they're not wanting to get any kind of vaccine altogether. And is that the wrong way to look at it?
Absolutely. I mean, vaccines are as different as medications, and even within vaccines, there are different vaccines that work better for different populations. So we need to think of the influenza vaccine as unique, its own thing. We've had it for a number of years. It provides great protection for people from getting the flu or having a complex course of the flu. And in particular, people that are over the age of 65 that are vulnerable really need to get their annual flu vaccine.
And I would imagine in some cases with insurance plans, it actually could be free as well, right?
Yes, that I think the government certainly has helped make it available for free, no out-of-pocket costs with getting the flu vaccine if you're over the age of 65.
All right, very important stuff out there. Where can folks go if they want to find out more information on this?
More information is available at SantaFeFluShots.com. Got great information about the flu and the vaccine, as well as some pharmacy locators to help find it near you.
All right, very good. Chad, plus I love the X-Wing fighter right behind you. That looks really, really cool. I want to get one of those. Really neat. We'll have
Absolutely.
This interview.
We need protection, right?
Exactly, 100%. We'll put this interview and more information on our website. It's at dailyflashshow.com.
The toy industry's premier player, Elizabeth Warner, joins us now with this year's hottest toys for anyone's wish list.
Let's jump right in with an award-winning screen-free audio player that plays songs, stories, and more. This is Tony's. And today we've got our Marvel Spidey and his amazing friends, Spidey, Spin, and Go Spider Tonys, that are going to take us on some crime-fighting adventures with great songs and stories. Yes, there are Tony's characters out there for everyone. Now, Gabby's Dollhouse, this is Gabby's Cat Friendship Cruise Ship. They're going to set sail on this amazing cruise ship with Gabby and Mercat. It's got all those fun features from the Netflix show, including the color-changing pool, the smoothie bar, the light-up disco ball, and so much more. Now, for our little ones, the VTech 6-in-1 tunnel of fun. This keeps our little ones engaged, and they're going to be working on their physical development from 0+. Tummy time, laying on their backs, batting at toys, crawling through the tunnel, playing with the light-up piano, all while working on their vocabulary, animals, numbers, and colors. Now, the #1 selling fashion doll this fall, Rainbow High's Dream and Design Studio, and their fantastic fashion dolls. These dolls are wearing beautiful, colorful runway gowns designed by their favorite characters from the Rainbow High animated series on YouTube. Kids can play out their fashion designing dreams in the studio with 40 accessories. They can create 300 designs, and yes, it comes with an exclusive Skylar Madison doll. Now, when we're shopping, we want to comparison price shop online and then make sure we check out with PayPal. This holiday season, we can stretch our gifting budget and shop smarter by maximizing rewards and even earning cash back with PayPal. They will automatically apply that cash back when we check out with them. Be sure to install the PayPal Honey shopping extension. It's going to find us coupons and cashback deals online, saving us even more. So make your list, check it twice, check out with PayPal, and head over to WarnerInfo.com for more information on any of these great items.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Have you ever considered boosting your income while you're away for the holidays? Well, one way to do it is actually listing your space on Airbnb. Joining us now is Airbnb superhost Stephanie Goodlow. Thanks for joining us, Stephanie.
My husband, Aaron, and I have been hosting with Airbnb in Prescott, Arizona for the last 5 years, and we love it. Airbnb has some new upgrades for guests, including a guest favorites option, which is a collection of Airbnb's top loved spaces, as well as a new option for sorting reviews by rating or on how recent they are. They also have some new upgrades for hosting as well, including a listings tab, which helps you to list your property easily. And a really neat option is the AI-powered photo editor that easily organizes your photos to help guests understand the layout of the listing. Another really neat addition is the compatible smart locks option with your Airbnb account that helps automatically generate new entry codes for each guest. If you would like to learn more about all of this, you can go to airbnb.com/host.
If you need a one-stop shopping destination this holiday season, here's one place that can fulfill all of your gifting needs.
From stocking stuffers to cozy winter wardrobe attire to party-perfect pieces and festive home decor, Nordstrom is a one-stop destination for the best gift ideas at any budget.
When thinking about a meaningful gift, start by focusing on a category. From home decor to cozies for the homebodies, we have something special for everyone. And if all else fails, use Nordstrom's complimentary stylist to help you. The magical in-store festive experiences make Nordstrom the holiday destination for the whole family.
Learn more at Nordstrom.com.
You know, we live in a world that's constantly buzzing with digital noise, so finding peace and enhancing mental well-being is very crucial. Here's lifestyle and tech expert Haley Bright. She's got some great advice.
In a world buzzing with digital noise, I feel like it's crucial to take moments of peace for your mental health, which is why Motorola has unveiled the Moto Unplugged, which is the best new software experience on the Razr and the Razr Plus. This is dedicated to helping you take a break from your smartphone because it removes distractions so that you can be a little bit more present in the world. All you have to do is just choose your essential apps and contacts that you want accessible. And then whenever you want to unplug, you just select a time frame to start your digital break. So it reduces screen time because the external display is only 1.5 inches, which is so ideal because you're still connected, but you're disconnected. So you can still view your notifications, check your calendars, and so much more from the external display. And then if you want a larger display that's really pocketable, you can do the same experience on the Razr Plus. You get a little bit more versatility there. You can check your email, your text messages, all while never having to open your phone. So if you want to learn more about Moto Unplugged and the Razr devices, you can visit Motorola.com.
KSA Entertainment believes in our communities. We value those who have dedicated their lives to enrich our own. KSA Entertainment is proud to introduce our corporate initiative, KSA Cares. KSA Cares shines a light, gives a voice, and lends a helping hand through compelling awareness initiatives. From supporting veterans to environmental awareness, KSA Entertainment is proud to produce content supporting ways to help communities all across America. This is Tim. Tim is all about time, and if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites, and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye.
Well, millions of people in the United States live with an eye condition known as AMD. It can actually cause blindness if left untreated. Dr. Michael Amar is a retina specialist, and he joins us now with one of his patients. Dr. Amar, I want to start with you. What is AMD, and who does it affect?
AMD, or as we call it, age-related macular degeneration, is a medical condition that results in progressive damage to the nerve tissue of the eye, something we call the retina. An advanced form called wet AMD is the most dangerous form and can result in more significant vision loss, but is treatable if caught early. You mentioned, who does it affect? The highest risk factors for macular degeneration we know are age and a family history. So either of those two put us at risk.
And quickly, what are some of the current treatment options people might have?
Well, one of the recent treatment options that was FDA approved is called Vabysmo and has shown to be very effective in preserving vision in patients who have macular degeneration.
And Skippy, I want to ask you, what are some of the symptoms that you are experiencing?
Well, my first symptoms were when I was playing golf. The flagpole is supposed to be straight, and it was wavy and had an offset. My playing partner's golf club was the same way. So I immediately called my retina specialist and got an evaluation and proceeded from there.
And what about now? You've seen some improvement after treatment?
I saw improvement in day one after treatment. I had treatment in the afternoon the next morning. My vision was almost back to normal. I've had 8 or 9 injections since November, and I'm now at 14 weeks between injections.
Well, that is awesome to hear. Dr. Amar, where can folks go if they want to find out more information?
The best place to get information is from your local eye doctor, but if you wanted to look up information online, you can find resources at macular.org or vabysmo.com to learn more about the medicine we spoke about.
Doctor, thanks so much. This information's on our website, dailyflashshow.com.